We are committed to simplify concepts and amplify confidence of all the students who are watching our videos to learn maths, physics, and chemistry. Students, today we are going to discuss topic Surds for IGCSE IB ICSE boards. Okay, it is also applicable to CBSE boards as well. So let us look at question number one. I have taken questions from IGCSE previous board papers. So root 5 times root 8 plus root 18 can be written in the form of a root 10, where a is an integer. Find the value of a. Now the first thing which we should do is, see, root 8 is not in its simplest form. So it can be written as 2 into 2 into 2, and for a pair 1 2 will come out because 2 square rooted is 2. So root 8 can actually be written as 2 root 2. Likewise, root 18 can be written as, so I can write it as 3 into 3 into 2. So it is 3 root 2. Okay. Now, this whole thing is root 5 times 2 root 2 plus 3 root 2. Now, remember in surds, if this irrational part is same, addition and subtraction is possible. So 2 plus 3 will become 5. So we have got root 5 times 5 root 2. Now root 5 times root 2 will be root 10. So we get 5 root 10. So that means A is equal to 5. Okay. Let us move to the next question. It says show that 4 minus root 3 into 4 plus root 3 over root 13 simplifies to root 13. So if we apply this formula that A minus B into A plus B equals A square minus B square. So where A is 4 and B is root 3. So the numerator will become what? It will become 4 square A square minus root 3 square, which is B square, divided by root 13. Now 4 square is 16, root 3 square is 3. So 16 minus 3 by root 13, so which is 13 over root 13. Now what is 13? 13 is actually root 13 into root 13, isn't it? So and divided by root 13, so this is how we will get our answer. So in case, let us say we do not know this formula, then what should we do? Then let us do the multiplication and get the same answer. So what should I do now? So in the numerator, what will happen? I am going to use 4 times 4 plus root 3. Then negative root 3 also gets multiplied with 4 plus root 3. We'll get the same answer, but I'm just doing this. If you do not know the formula, then what should we do? Now 4 times 4 is 16 and 4 times root 3 is 4 root 3. Now minus root 3 into 4 should be minus 4 root 3. Minus into plus is a minus, root 3 into root 3 is just 3. Okay. Divided by root 13. Now we can see that this is 4 root 3 and minus 4 root 3. They cut each other and we get 13 over root 13. Again, it is root 13 into root 13 over root 13. So the answer is root 13. Okay. So if you are watching this channel for the first time, please subscribe to the channel, press the bell icon. And if you like the video, please press the like button also and do share the video with your friends. Okay. Now let us look at the next question. It says show that root of 8 over root of 8 minus 2 can be written in the form of n plus root n, where n is an integer. Okay. So first thing first, if we have got a denominator, see this is irrational with a minus sign. So in order to rationalize it, what should we do? So change the sign in between. So it is root 8 minus 2. So change the sign in between and multiply numerator and denominator with that. So mathematically it is same. It is an equivalent fraction. Like see, if 1 by 2 gets multiplied by 3 and 3 in the numerator and denominator, we get 3 by 6. So 1 by 2 and 3 by 6 are equal. So we are using the same concept here by rationalizing. So we are multiplying the numerator and denominator. Now, why are we doing this? So in the denominator, what will we get? So see, if you actually remember this formula, it would be very helpful. A plus B into A minus B is A square minus B square. So if you look at the denominator, your A is root 8, your B is 2. So in the denominator, we will get what? Root 8 square minus 2 square. And in the numerator, root 8 into root 8 is just 8. Root 8 into plus 2 would be 2 root 8. Okay. So what are we getting? We are getting 8 plus 2 root 8 divided by root 8 square. So see, if root n gets squared, it is just n. So root 8 square will become 8. 2 square is a 4. So what are we getting? We are getting 8 plus 2. Now root 8 can be written as 4 times 2 and 8 minus 4 is a 4. So now what will happen? So just give me a second. Let me make space for the working and just a second. Let us do that. So we keep it here and let us use different color now. So now I am getting here 8 plus 2 square root of 4 is also 2. So this divided by 4, which is 8 plus 4 root 2 by 4, which can be written as 8 over 4 plus 4 root 2 over 4. Now 4 twos are 8, so we get 2 plus root 2. What are they saying? It should be n plus root n. So what is n here? N is 2. That is how we solve this question. Okay. Now let us move to the next question. So we are given a is equal to root 8 plus 2, b is equal to root 8 minus 2, and t is a square minus b square. So work out the value of t, and we are supposed to give the answer in the form of c root 2, where c is an integer. Okay. So students, again, as I gave you the formula in the previous question, we did a plus b into a minus b is a square minus b square. That means even a square minus b square can be written as a plus b into a minus b. So if we use this formula, this question will become simpler. So they are saying a square minus b square. What is a? Root 8 plus 2. What is b? Root 8 minus 2. So let us find t. So t would be a plus b. Okay, let me write that and then we will solve. Now a happens to be root 8 plus 2 plus b, which happens to be root 8 minus 2. So that's my first bracket. Now in the second bracket, a is root 8 plus 2, but there is a minus sign and we keep the bracket and write root 8 minus 2. Okay, because there is a minus sign in front of the bracket, when we open the bracket, signs inside should change. Okay, now what will happen here? Plus 2 minus 2 cut each other. Root 8 plus root 8 will give us 2 root 8. Now let us go to this bracket. It is root 8 plus 2 minus root 8, and minus times minus is a plus. So this is plus 2. Okay. Now what will happen? We can see that root 8 and minus root 8 cut each other. 2 plus 2 is a 4. Okay. So we are getting 2 root 8 and times 4. So which gives us 8 root 8. Okay. Now we have to give the answer in the form of c root 2. So now see root of 8. What can I write root 8 as? It is 4 times 2. Square root of 4 is 2. So we will get 8 times 2 root 2. And the answer is 16 root 2. So C is 16 here. Okay. So we have done this question and we have utilized the formula a square minus b square equals a plus b into a minus b. Now, let us go to the next question. It says the area of a rectangle is 18 centimeters square. Length of the rectangle is root 7 plus 1. Without using a calculator and showing each stage of your working, find the width of the rectangle, and the answer is to be given in the form of a root b plus c. Students, this the questions which I have picked all are non-calculators. So, you understand this thing very clearly. Now, when it comes to area of a rectangle, what is area of a rectangle? Length times breadth is equal to area. So, if I have to find breadth, it should be equal to A divided by length because they have given me the length. So, they are saying find breadth. So, we will use that. So, B equals area given to us is 18. So, let us write that down, and length of the rectangle is given as root 7 plus 1. Okay. Now again, we will use rationalizing. So there is a plus sign in between. So what will we do? We multiply numerator and denominator with root 7 minus 1. Okay. This is called conjugate pair. So if there is a plus in between, we multiply with a minus sign. If it was minus, we would have multiplied with root 7 plus 1 up and down. Okay. Here it is. Denominator is root 7 plus 1. Conjugate of root 7 plus 1 is root 7 minus 1. Multiply numerator and denominator with that. In the denominator, we are again going to use what? A plus b into a minus b, which is a square minus b square. So if I use that, I should get root 7 square minus 1 square. In the numerator, we have 18 times root 7 minus 1. Okay. Now let us solve. Now, as I said, root of n square gives us n. Here, if it is root 7 square, it should give us 7. So let's do that. So 18 times root 7 minus 1, and we get 7 minus 1. Now 7 minus 1 is a 6. So we get 18 root 7 minus 1 by 6. Now 6 times 3 is a 18. So because we have to give answer like this, so I will open. So we have 3 times root 7 minus 1. So we can open the bracket and write it as 3 root 7 minus 3. And that is our answer. Okay. Now let us move to the next question. Here we are asked to work out root of 18 minus 28 by root 50 and give the answer in the form of root a by b. So when we do surds, surds are what? It is irrational number. And what are irrational number? The square root of prime numbers. Okay. So if we look at root 18, it can be written as root of 9 into 2. Root of 9 is 3. So root 18 is 3 root 2. Likewise, root 50 in its simplest form is what? So if you see, 50 is what? 25 times 2, which is 5 root 2. Okay. So in this question, we are given root 18 minus 28 by root 50, which now we know can be written as 3 root 2 minus 28 over 5 root 2. Okay. Now, what can we do to solve this question? See, we if we look at 28 by 5 root 2 is the irrational part in the denominator. So I can rationalize it just by multiplying numerator and denominator by root 2. So what will I get? So let us do that. So we will have 3 root 2 minus 28 root 2, because 28 into root 2 is that, divided by 5 into root 2 into root 2. Now see, root 2 into root 2 will give us 2. So this becomes 5 times 2. Okay. Now, what can we do? This 2 ones are, and this becomes 14. So we are getting 3 root 2 minus 14 root 2 over 5. Now, if we look at this, this is 3 root 2 by 1. They are unlike fraction because the denominators are different. To make the denominator same, the LCM is 5. So we need to multiply this with 5. So even the numerator should get multiplied with 5. So what is happening now? 5 times 3 root 2 will become 15 root 2. And we have minus 14 root 2. divided by 5 because that is the LCM. Now 15 minus 14 is 1. So I can just write it as root 2 over 5. And that is what is the question. Now let us look at this question. It says in the following equation, n is an integer greater than 1, root 2 to the power n equals k root 2. Find k when n equals 7. Okay. So now if I have to find k, so what should I do? I will write root 2 to the power 7, which is equal to k root 2. Okay. Now root 2 to the power 7 means what? See, we can write root 2 as 2 to the power half. Okay. So you can just do it. Root 2 is 2 to the power half to the power 7. Okay. Let us keep k root 2 aside. We will just see what will happen. Now what will happen is this. So you have 2 to the power 7 by 2. Yeah, this is what we get. Now what does this mean? This means we have 2 to the power. If you divide 7 by 2, what will you get? You will get 3 plus 1 by 2. Okay, that is 7 by 2. So this now can be written as 2 to the power 3 times 2 to the power half. Okay, so 2 to the power 3 is equal to 8 and 2 to the power half is again root 2 and that is equal to k root 2. So k should be equal to 8. Okay, so this is one way of working. Let us say you find this bit tricky. So what is the other way of doing this? Let us do that as well. So I will do the other part, I mean the other way. So root 2 to the power 7, if you do, it means root 2 into root 2 into root 2 and we have to do that 7 times. So let's do that. Okay. And when we do that, so now I have got this. Now we know that root 2 into root 2 will give me 2 multiplied by root 2 into root 2 which will give me another 2 multiplied by root 2 into root 2 will give me another 2 and this is alone so it would be written as this. Now 2 times 2 times 2 is 8 root 2 which is equal to k root 2. So root 2 cut each other, k equals 8. So that is also one of the way to solve this. Okay. Now the previous method, is useful if let us say they had given us root 2 to the power 17. Now if it would be a bit cumbersome to do this 17 times. So you can just, watch the video again and look at that step. That is also doable. Okay. Now let us look at the other part, which is B part. It says find n when k equals 64. So let us do that. So we have root 2 to the power n, which is equal to, now k has become 64 root 2. Now students, how would you know 64? Because it is a non-calculator question. So what you should do prime factors of 64. So just divide it by 2. Why am I dividing? Because unit digit is even. So I get 32. Again divisible by 2, I'll get 16. Again divisible by 2, 8. Again divisible by 2, 4. Again divisible by 2 and again divisible by 2. Let us count how many 2's are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that means 64 can be written as 2 to the power 6 times root 2. Now see, there is a rule which is what, that if a to the power m equals a to the power n, it means m is equal to n. That means if the bases are same and the powers are such that they are equal, then the powers are also equal. So that means I should have the same base in the given question to get the answer. Now we know that what is 2? 2 is root 2 into root 2, which can be written as root 2 square. Okay. So instead of 2, what will we do? We will write this as root 2 square for 2 and which has a power of 6 times root 2. Okay. Just understand this step. This 2 which has a power of 6 is written as root 2 square. Now there is a rule that a to the power m to the power n is a to the power m times n. So now 2 times 6 will become root 2 to the power 12 times root 2, which is just a power of 1. Now which rule we will use, that a to the power m times a to the power n equals a to the power m plus n. So now this will become root 2 to the power 13 and the other side is root 2 to the power n. Now the bases are same and this equation is equal, which means n should be equal to 13. Okay. So this is a bit tricky question because you have to do prime factorization and figure out that 2 can be written as root 2 square, and we have actually used all the formulae of surds in this. So you can watch the video again, watch it at maybe half the speed to understand it. Okay. And do it yourself so that you get the confidence. Now let us move to the next question, which is a is given as root 8 plus 4, b is given as root 8 minus 4. A minus b into a plus b can be written in the form of y times root 4y. Find the value of y, show you are working clearly. Now, see a minus b and a plus b, if we do, what will happen? Okay, so we have actually done this in the previous one, but let us do it again. So this is A, this is B. So A minus B is what? It is root 8 plus 4 minus root 8 minus 4. When we open the bracket, because there is a minus sign, so signs inside will change because minus multiplied with plus is a minus and minus multiplied with a minus is a plus. So what will happen? We will find root 8 and minus root 8 cut each other. So for a minus b, we are getting 8. So this is 8. Now to get a plus b, we will do what? Root 8 plus 4 plus root 8 minus 4. Now what will happen? Minus 4 plus 4 cut each other and we get 2 times root 8. So a plus b gave us 2 root 8. Okay. Now they are saying that it can, so what have we got? We have got a minus b into a plus b as 8 into 2 root 8, which is actually 16 root 8. Okay, but it says write it in this form, y times root of 4y, y times root of 4y. Okay, so if you look at this question, to solve this, I will have to do what? See, y times root of 4y. Now remember, if I want to bring y inside the root, okay? So what will happen? See, root of y square is equal to y. So when y goes inside, it will become what? It will become 4 times y square into y, which is 4y cube. Okay? This is what we will get. Now, let us bring 16 inside. So what will happen? If I use the same rule, what should happen? 16 should get squared. So I will get 16 into 16 because that is 16 square into 8 because this is going to give me this. Now what is our job? We have to write this in this form, that 4 times y cube. So let us try doing that. So see, I can take a 4 from here. So if I do that, what will happen? So let me write that. So 16 into 16 into 8 can be written as, I'm writing 8 as 4 times 2. And now I have got into 16 into 16. Okay, so we have got 4. Now this number 16 into 16 into 2 is a perfect cube. So we have to factorize in such a way that we get a cube. Okay, so now think what is happening. 16 is 2 to the power 4. Okay, similarly, this other 16 is also 2 to the power 4. So I can now write, so let me use a different color. So this is 4, and for this I am writing 2 into 2 to the power 4 into 2 to the power 4. Okay, and what will now happen? So let me just make space and solve this. Give me a second. I hope you are understanding this step. Give me a second and let us do keep it here because I need it here. So what have I done? I am saying whatever we got can be written as 4 times 2, see, 2 to the power 4 into 2 to the power 4. Let me write it again. 2, this is 2 to the power 1 into 2 to the power 4 into 2 to the power 4. And this is again equal to what? 4 into 2 to the power 9. Why? 4 plus 4 plus 1. Okay. I need a cube. So it can now be written as 4 into 2 cube to the power 3. Why am I doing this? Because we know this formula that a to the power mn can be written as a to the power m to the power n. Why are we doing this? Because by doing this, we should be getting our answer that this whole thing can now be written as root of 4, which is this, into 2 cube, which is 8, 8 cube. So 8 into 8 into 8. Now, a pair of two eights, 1 8 comes out, and inside we are left with 4 times 8. So students, this is one very good question, okay, and it involves some tricks. So I would suggest that you watch the video again and watch it at a slow speed and then do it yourself, okay. Now let us move to the next question. Here we are asked to solve simplify root of 80 plus 2 2 by 9 and give the answer in this form. So again, see, 2 2 by 9, let us first handle this. 2 nines are 18, 18 and plus 2 is 20. So this is we are given root of 80 plus root of 20 by 9. Okay. Now root of 80. So see, 80 is what? 8 times 10. Okay, because I have to find root, so I need some pairs and all. So 8 is what? 2 into 2 into 2. 10 is 2 into 5. So what will I get for a pair of 2? 1 2 comes out. For another pair, another 2 comes out. Root 5 is alone. So root 80 is actually 4 root 5. Okay, similarly, so I have written root 80 as 4 root 5. Now let us look at root 20. So root 20 is 5 times 4. Square root of 4 is 2. So we get 2 root 5. Root of 9 is just 3. So I can write this as 2 root 5 over 3. Now what should we do? Put a 1 below. Unlike fractions, the LCM of 1 and 3 is 3. We need to multiply this with 3. So multiply this also with 3. So 3 times 4 root 5 is a 12 root 5 plus 2 root 5 upon 3. So the answer is 14 root 5 over 3, and that is how we solve this question. Now let us look at this question. It says you are given that root 7 is 2.65 and root 70 is 8.37. Each correct to two decimal places. Use this information to find the value of root 700. See students, if you have root 700, Can we not write it as root of 7 times 100? And we know that square root of 100 is 10. So this becomes 10 root 7. And the value of root 7 is 2.65. So what will we do? 10 times 2.65. So the answer should be 26.5. Okay. Now, the other question is find the value of root 280. See, if you look at root 280, okay, so if you are good with the numbers, you can see that this is divisible by 7. Okay, so this would be what? 7 times 40. Or I can write it as 70 into 4. Yes, because they mean the same. Why am I doing 70 into 4? Because that serves the purpose. Now, what will this mean? So root 280 we found can be written as root 70 into 4. Square root of 4 is 2. So 2 times root 70. Value of root 70 is 8.37. So 2 into 8.37. So which would be 16.74. Okay, students. So with this, we come to the end of this video. Again, it's a request. If you have liked the video, please press the like button. Do not forget to share with your friends and do subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.